listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Welcome, everybody, to Main Event tonight. Little ADR theme music going here. I am Tom the Com Connolly, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV. And sitting next to me tonight,
Phil the Thrill.
Phil the Thrill here tonight. Everyone else is away for Thanksgiving, so...
Boring.
So we are on Thanksgiving Eve. Main event tonight. I think they were definitely somewhere in Connecticut. They haven't been saying the exact location. Like,
Connecticut or Massachusetts?
Yeah. It said Mohegan Sun, and I think that's in Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut.
So,
yeah, definitely Connecticut.
Yeah. We had Josh and no Miz this week. Alex Riley back on commentary. As people watching and listening, I enjoy Alex Riley's commentating because he definitely talks about some weird stuff as the show is going on, and I wrote down, a couple quotes that I have for him. But let's get into the action tonight. The first match, Ziggler versus Del Rio. Basically a rematch. They haven't really fought each other since
the feud.
Yeah, since they did that kind of like double switch with Ziggler becoming the face and Del Rio going heel. But I thought this was an amazing match for a main event.
I mean, it was, I forget who said it, but 70% of Ziggler, Ziggler at 70% is better than most of the wrestlers at 100%. I don't know if I believe that, but he proved it in tonight's match.
Yes, he definitely did.
So it was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, a lot of great action that we haven't seen, I don't think, from these guys in a while.
No, yeah, they just have really good chemistry when they do work together in a match. It was Ziggler kind of taking control at the beginning. He did that, his 10 count elbows really early in the match, which normally kind of saves that for later. I mean, I could never do that. I would just get to 2 and be like, okay, give me a break. I'll come back to this. Good conditioning where he can just keep going and going for 10.
Yeah, and a lot of their signatures that Del Rio went up on the top ropes, as they said, it's his third time. Later, Ziggler caught him on that.
Yeah.
But then what I liked right before the first commercial break was Ziggler did his little show off thing, and that caught Del Rio. But then the reversal later happened when Ziggler was thrown into the mat.
Yeah. He threw him into the barricade outside of the ring. Yeah. I mean, the highlights of the match was basically towards the end. Del Rio goes for the enziguri. Ziggler hits the Famouser. Thought that was going to be it. No. Only for 2. Ziggler goes for the DDT. Misses that. Del Rio is able to hit the enziguri. Goes for 2. Not been there. It was just so much back and forth.
It was for me. It was great, the back and forth, and then eventually when it got towards the end, it became so repetitive that it was literally like, okay, this person does this, and then then we do the 2 count.
Yeah.
Close up on whatever person's face, wide shot,
being shocked,
close, and eventually it became like, okay, for me, if you're at a point where you literally can't pin the person, just literally, okay, he did the neck breaker or something like that, right? Ziggler did.
Yeah, he did. First he did the Famouser. Then he did the basically the X Factor. Then he went for Sweet Chin Music. It was all moves that people in D-Generation X have done. That's all his setup finishers are all their moves.
But I would if I can't pin someone eventually, I would just continue to beat the living daylights out of them, and then after 10 moves, then do the count.
Yeah.
Rather than let me try something, hit it, then go for the pin. I don't know. That was the only thing towards the end. But up until that point, it was really. I mean, that was what I mean, TV time, it ended at 22 minutes in.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, yeah, at least a 20-minute match with, after they came down to the ring. Oh yeah, so Ziggler went for Sweet Chin Music, missed that. Then he hit that huge DDT. Then Ziggler or Del Rio was able to kind of get the upper hand again. He hit that reverse slam off the top rope, which I think was cool because that just looks like really painful. Because it's just momentum once he takes him over. So you're just slamming. There's no like, oh, I'm not gonna slam that hard on the ground. You're just slamming right on there. Ziggler went for a swinging neck breaker, went for the zigzag. Finally, he kind of was beating him down. Went for his finisher, missed it, and then it was a famous was reversed into the cross armbar, and Del Rio got the win.
And that's what you said. I remember you saying Ziggler's tried everything but the cross arm break, or not Ziggler. Del Rio's tried everything but that. And then, he was kind of setting it up, and once he hit it, it was over.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised he didn't at least try to go for it earlier in the match, just to kind of, as you're watching, going, oh, he kept, even if Ziggler kept reversing it, it would have added a little more to the match. But, I mean, I thought this match was one of the best matches we've seen on Main Event in quite some time.
This was a really fun match to watch.
Yeah, all the Main Event crew is going to be upset when they see this match next week. What would you give a star rating for this match?
Out of 5, I would give it a 4.5.
Yes, I give it the same, and I think that's the highest I've given a match on Main Event. It was a complete match. I wish they would have. Maybe we'll see more of these guys together because now I think Del Rio's out of the title picture, so he's got to do something.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see him go back to feuding with Ziggler. And then we get, a commercial for the Slammy Awards, which is on Raw, December 9th.
2 weeks away.
Yeah. Always a fun like award show because there's always weird awards and
AJ can't win the best kiss of the year, can she?
I don't think she can. I don't know who would win.
I don't think it's going to be a category this year.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, because it hasn't been anything like that, really.
Best kiss on Total Divas.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get into the second match of the night, which is Santino versus Sandow. Sandow comes out. First, when Santino was walking down the ring, Josh was holding his hand up to get a high five, and Santino just walked right past him and just didn't pay attention to him. Kind of felt bad for Josh there.
I love the new Sandow.
Yeah.
Despite having lost there was a lot of complaints when he's going to cash in, things like that. Mm-hmm. And obviously he did not do it successfully when he did. But I like his new attitude, and partly, he's wearing more black and things like that, so it's not the pink.
Yeah. He's the pink and like the purple tights and
So it's a much bad boy image and rough image, and I like it.
Yeah, he's definitely way more aggressive in the ring when he fights now. He doesn't let up, like how you were saying, like Del Rio, they were going back and forth, like not really, hitting certain moves. And this one's, it was basically all Sandow this whole match. It was a very short match. Santino, went for the kip up like he always does at the beginning, falls flat on his back, and then Sandow did get on the mic at first, and he just, he said he's thankful for giving up on trying to educate these half-wits, and then he said that I have the mic, mouth closed people, and he said he doesn't need Money in the Bank to prove he is our uncrowned world champion, and he needs a worthy opponent. I don't think he got
the memo though.
No, I know, yeah.
There's gonna be no heavyweight champion. It's just gonna be one champion.
Well, he'll still be the whatever.
He'll always be the uncrowned.
Yeah, he will be. Yes, he could definitely say that now. And he said, he needs a worthy opponent, but until then, Santino will do. So I thought it was a good promo to start the match. And Santino went, tried to do his, he runs against the ropes and then just kind of walked past the guy a couple times, and Sandow was not having it and just went back and just started attacking with punches.
It would have been fun had the match gone a little bit longer, to the point where Santino knew he wasn't going to be able to win, so he just kind of kept ticking off Sandow in those ways. That would have been fun to see.
Yeah, and we've seen Santino do that in a lot of matches. There was one a couple weeks ago where it was him versus Fandango, I think, where Santino was on the ground, laying on the ground. Fandango went to the top rope to do his leg drop, and instead of Santino getting up, he just rolled to the other side of the ring. So Fandango would get down, go to the other side to do his leg drop, and Santino would just roll back to the opposite corner, which I thought was just it's so smart of him to do that, because it's funny, but it also adds just a good element to the match.
Yeah, and especially given the Sandow being so serious, it's always fun, when you play that off. Because again, they will just, when they take it to the next level of them just being so angry because they are trying to be so serious, and then they have this guy with a sock. Yeah,
exactly. So Sandow threw Santino into the barricade on the outside. He gets back in the ring. Just, saw some more with a lot of punches and kicks. Santino starts to make his comeback. He hits the kip up. He hits the hip toss. He pulls out the Cobra, goes for the Cobra, misses Sandow. Sandow hits him with the "You're welcome," which I still don't like the name of that move. It should just
it's very MTV's Awkward inspired.
Yeah, they were calling it the silencer for a while, and then they just stopped calling it that and just called it the "You're welcome." But so he hit the "You're welcome," and Sandow gets the win. Very quick match.
It was, but I'm glad he came out on top, because it would have.
Yes. I wouldn't have liked it as much if Santino had got the win. I think it did its purpose though for viewers watching at home. It shows that Sandow's still a threat.
And he's got a kind of a new strategy. He did some new stuff. I mean, he rolled down his knee pad and things like that to hit a few moves and things like that. So I like that side of it, where he is, in that sense, ruthless. Where obviously if you bring down your knee pad and you knee someone, it's supposed to hurt a little bit more than it would have with a knee pad. Yeah.
So overall, decent match. I could have went a little longer.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I think it was just to really put over Sandow, show that he's got this ruthless aggression now, and he wants to get his title shot again for the World Heavyweight Championship, WWE Championship,
that is not
whatever,
in existence.
Whatever,
or until further notice.
Yeah, it's still around until December 15th. But what would you give a star rating for this?
3.5.
2.5? Okay. Yeah, I gave it a 2.5. Like I said, it could have been a little longer, but it showed off Sandow, and I was glad Sandow got the win and not Santino.
Yeah.
So after that, we go to recap of Survivor Series. Big Show, Randy Orton getting the win off of the distraction from the Authority coming out and not physically getting involved, but just distracting the Big Show long enough for Orton to hit the RKO, and then he hit the the punt, and then we get the Raw recap of Cena and Orton. And we find out that from Triple H and on Raw that it's going to be TLC match at the TLC pay-per-view. Randy Orton versus John Cena which we find out as Triple H is being interviewed by Michael Cole, that it's now for it's going to be the undisputed champion.
Okay, so I forget everyone he named off, right? He started with Backlund,
Brett,
Hulk Hogan, Austin, Rock,
Shawn Michaels.
He slipped himself in there. And Cena.
Yeah. No Randy Orton, which I think that's gonna come around probably next week. I feel like Randy Orton's gonna be like, "Why didn't you say my name?"
If they don't play that up, it's such a missed opportunity because here it's just so funny. You name Cena and all of these greats.
Yeah, and you don't name Randy Orton, who, according to Triple H, is their pick for the face of the company.
And it would have been fine had they not named Cena, but it was so sweet and Cena. So
I think it's definitely going to add into the story. I think because all the more older people, they want Cena to go heel. They want it to happen sometime. When is it? That's always like the big question of people. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? And we've I feel like everyone's been like, no, it's never going to happen. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. But I think what they're doing with this is they're going to tease it with Triple H and the Authority kind of backing Cena in this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe
Season 2 of Total Divas, Nikki turns heel. Cena has to help Nikki because she's not doing so good, and he's all about his girlfriend. I think
know.
he could be heel.
I mean, he
But
definitely
it has
could.
to be with like that.
Yeah, but and for Cena to do that, he can't do it by himself because he needs a group behind him, like the Authority, backing him, to where people already hate the Authority. So and they already hate Cena too. So it's
he needs to make
it's a match
fun
made in
of-
heaven.
He needs to make fun of the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh,
I'm tired of these kids.
He's never gonna do that.
Damn kids.
Even I don't even want him to do that. And as people know, I'm not the biggest fan of John Cena, but I don't want him to do that. That would just be wrong. But yeah, so in the interview, Triple H says, at the end of TLC, there's gonna be one champion, undisputed, since there's no more brand extension anymore. And yeah, he basically, Randy Orton was not one of his greats on his list. So I think it's gonna be really interesting.
We have one undisputed champ at WrestleMania.
I know.
Maybe
I wish. I don't.
Like an all-out brawl.
Yeah.
Austin, Rock,
Yeah.
CM Punk, Daniel Bryan.
Just like everybody. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I was thinking they would wait till WrestleMania, but it seems like they obviously are changing things up and they want, TLC to be a bigger pay-per-view or mean more.
Honestly, it was last year. It was one of the better pay-per-views.
I'm trying to think.
Remember?
Oh, it was Ziggler and Cena, right?
Ziggler,
Yeah.
that whole feud and ended on AJ.
Yeah, turning on Cena. I do remember that. That was good. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with, Raw in the next couple weeks. But I really wish they would have waited till WrestleMania to put these belts together. What I would love to happen, this is in my dreamland of, I would think that I feel like the other guys in the company are going to be upset that, it's Cena Orton. They've been around for a while now. Why not give it to, why not, if you're going to put the undisputed belt on someone like they did with, when they first did it with WCW and when it was WWF, when they combined together, they put it on the person that everyone did not think was going to win. That was Chris Jericho. And he, Chris Jericho's awesome. So why not have a tournament or something for this belt? Why not do something different? Not just be like, okay, Cena, you've been here forever. Orton, you've been here forever. Now one of you two are going to be this new undisputed champion. I want it to end with CM Punk, Daniel Bryan coming down, interrupting this match, them stealing the belts, or them just like grabbing the belts and holding it up, and nobody wins the match.
Yeah.
And then it kind of continues on to.
Well, that's what great is so great about TLC is that you literally have to climb the ladder to get and obviously that money in the bank is kind of symbolic of that, which you have to get that opportunity. But why not go a step further? Why not instead of having the opportunity, now you get it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but I am excited.
I am excited to see it, and I think it'll be good for business in one way or another.
So good for business. Extremely great for
Yes.
business.
So then let's get on to the final match of the night.
Summer Rae is great for business.
Yes. Yeah, she is. Fandango versus Kofi, which is a rematch from last week, which Fandango won because Kofi was distracted by the Miz. Oh, there's the dancing. Oh, we're Fandangoing in the studio here. I wish that would have caught on more. It still does a little bit.
Yeah, it's dying down. But
Yeah. I think because
here's the thing. Give me Summer Rae, and I'll make him come back.
I just think he hasn't been, profiled enough and been that big on, been on a lot of the cards and not had a.
He had a
feud.
He had such a huge. To beat Jericho at WrestleMania,
first WrestleMania. Yeah.
So
that's why we love Jericho. I'm a big fan of Jericho here.
But they did. I liked how they said Summer Rae was the star of the match.
Yeah,
because she kind of was.
She definitely was. Right at the beginning of the match, Kofi went for a lot of quick covers. He went for a monkey flip. It was blocked. Fandango went to hit a monkey flip on Kofi, but Kofi was able to land on his feet, which to me that's a really impressive move to do. And then Fandango was kind of showing off, like, yeah, I can do that. Didn't realize Kofi landed on his feet. Kofi hit Fandango, then finally with the monkey flip. And as Kofi was coming out, he was like kind of holding his hand in like an S. And
Superman.
No, it actually means it's for skills. That's what Alex Riley said.
On Instagram, on WWE, they had the photo of Kingston and they said, "As for Superman."
Oh.
I'm going off
See?
Instagram, off WWE. Don't give
I'm
me
going,
that crap.
I'm going by Alex Riley, and he's always right on commentary each week. He said it's for skills because according to Kofi, win, lose, or draw, I got skills. So
Interesting.
I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
I don't like Fandango's little short haircut. I don't find him as aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing in this match. I thought it was a great match, but in terms of Fandango, he didn't seem as ruthless.
No, he didn't. No, he was kind of just, kind of almost on cruise control. Just, all right, I'm here. I'm doing what I need to do. I think he should be kind of like how Sandow is, because he's supposed to be this like ballroom dancer.
Yeah.
But he should have that like
wanting to prove
Yeah.
something element.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just have that aggression to be like, well, you guys don't think I can wrestle because I'm a, ballet dancer, or, ballroom dancer. I mean, but no, I can wrestle and I can,
Yeah,
I can
just
beat you guys.
and just have that air of cockiness, like
Mhm.
hey, all you guys, you think you can't, I can steal your girls because I can dance with them. That's what they love, and guess what? I
Yeah.
can beat you in the ring, and that would be a fun element that they haven't played up yet.
Yeah. I think because he asked Summer Rae when he first came in, he was kind of doing that with if he was fighting someone that had like a girl, like he did it with like Natalia, and he kind of like, was talking to her on the outside, like on mic. I think, maybe if they want to, split him and Summer Rae up, that's a good way they can do that, of him starting to like, flirt with other girls and her kind of seeing that and getting upset by it and being like, what's going on? Why are you,
Yeah.
and him just being like, well, this is me. Because if you ever watch clips of Fandango before he was Fandango, down in NXT a while ago, he is very good at being like that, just like cocky bad guy heel, and he's actually really funny too.
Yeah.
So it just works for him, I think.
Right on.
So back to the match. The end of this match I thought was really good. Lots of back and forth. Kofi hits, punches. He hits the boom drop. He's standing in the corner waiting for go for the Trouble in Paradise. And out of nowhere, Summer Rae just starts screaming at the top of her lungs and is able to distract him. So then Fandango was able to hit him in the corner. But then Kofi hit a springboard splash onto Fandango. He went for the Trouble in Paradise again and missed. Then they ended up in the corner and going on the top rope. Kofi set him up he was going to hit a superplex, but wasn't able to do it. And then Fandango hit an awesome sunset flip powerbomb onto Kofi for 2, which I thought that was probably the best move of the match, I thought. Fandango went for his leg drop, missed it. Kofi hit Trouble in Paradise. Kofi gets the win. So, what would you think of this match?
I'll give it a 4. I'll be a little
4.
bit maybe generous than I should, but overall it was entertaining. Again, I just have issues with Fandango. He's lost that aggression.
He's kind of lost his swagger. Not his Jack swagger, but yeah, I gave it a 4 too. I thought it was an entertaining match. I thought all these matches were entertaining tonight. There wasn't a lot of times on Main Event we get 2 good matches, 1 throwaway match. These were all 3 good matches with Del Rio, Ziggler. I know Ziggler's kind of stuck in this like mid card area, but I think Ziggler's like a main event guy. So 2 main event guys. Sandow is on his way to being in the main event, and Santino's always good each week. Anytime he's on TV, he's good. And Kofi and Fandango are 2, mid card guys that are. I feel like they're going to be definitely the future of WWE.
Yeah.
And Kofi's been there for a while now. I think he definitely deserves a shot to move up the ranks. He's like earned it. If we see that happen, I don't know, but
we'll find out.
Yeah. I think Kofi needs a change of being. I think I would like to see Kofi as a bad guy because we've never seen that yet. And that would be an interesting take on. I think it'd just be, him being like, I'm sick of these fans, doing the typical thing of being like, I've been here, I've been, busting my butt for years, and you guys don't show me the respect and all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be a good way to
interesting take
to flip him to being a heel. But that kind of does it for Main Event tonight.
I know. Don't even ask me the match of the night. It was Del Rio and Ziggler.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely was that. That was the match of the night for
simple.
me too.
Well, it is the eve of Thanksgiving.
It is. It is.
with that, we wrap up.
We
because
do
we
wrap
gotta
up.
start some cooking. we gotta baste that turkey, my friend.
A quick main event recap for you guys tonight. But hopefully the whole crew will be here next week. They'll be full from Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, they're already on their way.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Slugging away.
Yeah.
We started a day earlier.
So where can they find you, Phil?
They can follow me. Follow me on the wrestling shows. I'm more behind the scenes, but my presence is apparently very well known in these districts as the authority.
He is the authority. He is the person that gave me this little briefcase in front of me. So
very proud of that thing.
and yes, our new champion, Christian Rosenberg over there on SmackDown. I told him, I teased the cash in on Sunday night after Survivor Series. Told him he better watch his back because I'm going to cash that in sooner than later. And also, everyone at home, you can follow me on Twitter at TomTheCom and send me and Christian some tweets on how you guys want me to cash in and what should be, the kind of stipulation of how I cash in or what happens when I do cash in. So send them soon so I can cash this in and become the predictions champion.
And FYI, no SmackDown. I mean, SmackDown is tomorrow instead of Friday for the actual WWE. However, us as AfterBuzz TV will not be covering it because, well, why?
I don't know. Well, everyone's out of town.
Why? Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, so you can guys check me out on Supernatural on Tuesday nights and right here next week at 10 o'clock for main event. See you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.